So basically, KPIT, it's like an Infosys story. We started in a 3-bedroom apartment, and it's being headed by 2 chartered accountants, right? So the message here is you need not to be innovation is inclusive. You don't have to be so-called technology expert to really think of coming up with technology innovations. And all our innovation programs are personally monitored by Ravi, our chairman, who is extremely passionate about innovation. And we have been blessed by Dr. Mashelkar because he has been on our board for quite some time. So all our innovation story also is very tightly coupled with him. Before coming to again technology, I would like to talk about what were the challenges for us when we started, because right from day one, yes, we did start as a standard IT company, IT services company, but right from day one, we were focused on very specific verticals, which were transportation and energy. Now that created a lot of challenge because right from getting the right talent, acquiring the right talent, because yes, we were developing software, but getting students from computer science background did not help us, because you needed people to understand the implication of the software that they are writing. Basically, if you make one mistake, it's going to basically impact life of people, because the application that they are developing, it's safety critical. So what does it take to develop a safety critical software? That itself required innovation in terms of developing software. And that resulted in thinking differently about how do we go on scouting talent. Now, almost every industry has campus hiring where they get fresh recruits and then they hire. So we thought that that's not going to work for us. So in the morning, Dinanath talked about creating specific curriculum, right, so that suits the industry. So we thought that why not work on something which will make people industry ready right from day one when they join the company, because there is no point in teaching the students again what they have taught for 4 years, what they have learned for 4 years. So we created a automotive electronics specific curriculum, which we have been running with 25 colleges, and all our hiring happens only through those 25 colleges. Now that created a positive impact with the academia also, because and that all started with right from training the professors, because this was way beyond. Obviously, it was based on the fundamentals of electronics, but it was way beyond the basic theory. So what we added to it was how that theory needs to be applied to practical applications like automotive, and there we inculcated the habits of what does it take to write safety critical software. So that has that's one process innovation that we have done over the last 10 years. And adding to Industry Academia Connect, we said that we still need to, just 25 college connect is not sufficient, because there are more than 3,000 registered engineering colleges in the country. So how do we go to the grassroots level and tell the students what we do and encourage students to join KPIT. So that's where we started the KPIT Sparkle program, which has now become one of the largest innovation contests for students, which is right from undergraduates to PhD level. So this is the 5th year, and this year we touched across 1,000 colleges. There were registrations from 22,000 students across 1,000 colleges. We got 2,000 plus ideas. So, and we have used that platform to identify the talent. So our recruitment team then uses this platform to understand students who have a spark of thinking differently or beyond the academics. So that has worked out pretty well for us. So this was about the basic best practices, I would say, in terms of ensuring that we have the right talent to work on technology. And I'd like to give some couple of examples. So what that has resulted in is all our product portfolio. No? By the way, over the last 7-8 years, we have transformed into a products company also. Apart from software services, we identified needs for our own country. There is a lot to do in terms of energy and transportation sector, and that's where we encouraged our employees to think about what can be done to address our country specific challenges. And recently, just 3 months back, our full electric vehicle bus got rolled out, and there are 3 buses running in Kolkata. And that product resulted in was basically conceptualized by one of the guys who used his he used his Maruti Alto in his own garage, and he fitted an electric motor to the vehicle. The concept was that just like you convert your petrol vehicle into CNG vehicle by adding CNG kit, I should drive into a garage, and within 2 hours, I should drive out with a hybrid vehicle. That was the concept, without any major modifications in the vehicle. And then that idea was taken up by the management because it thought that it had a lot of potential. And now, before that, in 2015, we actually donated a couple of buses to our Indian Parliament, which are still running there for ferrying the member of parliaments within the Parliament facility. And now we have a successful product that is rolled out. Another example is an infotainment system where a tender came to us, which was for Indian Railways. And since railways is a different domain than road transportation, we thought that the idea is very good, but so why not apply that to our regular city transport buses, the regular MSRTC buses? Because there, at that time, the mobile technology was still coming up. So we thought about it, and now we partnered with a media company. And now if you travel in almost any regular Lal Dibba bus, MSRT bus in Maharashtra state, you can connect to a media platform through your own mobile, and you get free local Wi-Fi, and you can basically view thousands of media like television shows and pictures and songs and those, and that has turned out to be a good hit. So this is where we encouraged our employees to think not only about idea but also how do you apply to it, because that's the more important thing, that innovation has to be in application oriented, then only it sees the light of the day. And the third example is currently one of my teams is exploring autonomous driving technology for India. Now, when we couple India with autonomous driving technology, obviously people, the eyebrows raise that, is it really possible? But again, so the challenge is, we know that fully autonomous vehicle in India, even though technically it's possible, but practically it's not possible, and it's of no use also, right? Because so what's more useful if I can use that technology to solve a more relevant problem? And that's where we have collaborated with Ministry of Road Transport, and we are working very closely with them. And they basically asked us to solve the most concerning problem, which is they asked us that can you use this technology to reduce road accidents in India? Because every year there are almost 5 lakh accidents happen in India, and more than 1 lakh people die, which is very unfortunate. So right now we have a prototype vehicle available which is running within our premises, which is able to basically override the driver response when it sees that the driver is not more attentive. Now this technology is already available in Western countries, that's already done. But the way we have done it is the challenge was that we have to do it in 1/10 of the price, because otherwise if I use the same solution which is available in a Mercedes or an Audi, then the cost of that vehicle, the system would be more than a vehicle. Because I should be able to fit this in a Tata Nano also. So that was a challenge, and so we took that challenge and thought that let's understand how artificial intelligence works using this application. And currently we have built a deep learning system which is able to identify various objects on the road, Indian roads, which is not merely detecting objects which is like this is a car or this is a truck, but it basically also identifies a pedestrian which is trying to run across the road in front of my vehicle. And we are trying to capture these kind of, we are trying to predict responses of these people, or especially two-wheelers who basically cut across your vehicle. So these are very India-specific challenges which you are trying to solve through technology.